Yeah, this whole area is changing so fast. But it's like nothing's happening at the same time. Like, people keep buying all these buildings, and then the projects fall through. And then they hate the graffiti. And it's like, okay, dude, well, you need to embrace that, because that's what's gonna make it inviting. If there's no art and color on the wall, like, it's a battle. I kind of love it though. Like, I love that people hate it. It makes it that much better, like what we're doing, you know? That's why bronze statues are made of people. The person that gets the bronze statue did something great or historical or whatever, and it's like, well, some of us, maybe the most historical thing we ever do is just leave 1 million bronze statues around. That's all we do. Somebody hollering at you? Every time I spray, it's like, it's conscious, you know? Some people can affect the community in a positive way. I want to be like that. Like, I want to do so much graffiti that it changes something somehow, you know? Like, I still feel like an infant in graffiti. I mean, the work has fucking always been there, and it's been a hard fucking road of just working. And then now I got into MSK, and it's just like, now I really gotta go, you know? It's like the biggest honor, for me at least. Like, it's such a big deal. I want to fulfill the legacy, you know, but it's fucking crazy going there and just meeting all these superheroes. You don't know what these people are gonna be like, and in your head they're so great. Like, they can't be good people. Like, you know, when you meet your heroes, it's never good. But every fucking single one of these guys was the coolest motherfucker ever. Like, they love graffiti as much as I did, but some of them even more. And so now I'm like, what can I do for the crew? I'm fucking starting for the championship Braves team, like the World Series of graffiti. I'm up to bat. The bases are loaded. What am I gonna fucking do? And that's how I look at it every time. I'd always been writing my name on shit my whole life. And then one day I saw this kid doing graffiti. It was like, yo, what the fuck is that, dude? Instant gravitational, like, connection. And I'm a huge history nerd and shit. I'm just a nerd in general. Graffiti embraces that, like, tradition and nerd shit. And I love that. I love history. I love old spots. I love old hard copies. I love seeing who painted the spot before me, who pioneered it, what style was pushed on this wall 20 years ago before me, before I even thought about it. And that's just fucking cool to me. When you're living alert and aware and shit, you can control a lot more. Not that many crazy things are happening all the time. Yeah, I was fucking up really bad. I was killing all my relationships around me. I was killing myself. I was really toy at graffiti. I mean, everything was, I knew I needed to go sober. Like, I'm an addict through and through. And I'd rather channel that addiction problem through graffiti than through drugs and alcohol. I mean, I was an everyday drinker. I did drugs every day. I spent all my money on that shit. It was clear that I needed to go sober. And it was really hard, but I did it. Went through therapy, went to meetings by myself. I did 90 meetings in 90 days. And then after that, I painted every day, rain, sleet, or shine, for about 3 years. I didn't miss a single day. And that progressed my style and my attitude towards graffiti, because I was doing a lot of solo painting. I was really like searching, and I couldn't sleep at night. And graffiti fucking held me down. My love for graffiti held me down. A lot of people said, oh, you're gonna fucking, you know, if you don't stay in this program, you're gonna relapse, you're gonna go back out and use. But they just didn't understand the love I had for this shit. mean, I've seen so much. I've found dead bodies. That was pretty wild and sad. I ended up calling it in. I felt really bad, so I called it in. It was the middle of winter and they had like frozen to death. Like to make sure they were alive, I like kicked them with my foot and they like, their whole body moved like one unit, like a popsicle. So like rigor mortis had set in. They had a hospital band on. One time I was painting in LA, we were on this rooftop and I guess they thought we were robbing the store from the top. So they sent out the helicopter on us, but we didn't know the helicopter was there for us because there's so many helicopters around. And next thing you know, the whole fucking rooftop lights up and there's nowhere to hide. You're in this huge light and you're like looking around, fuck, there's nowhere to go. So we jumped off the roof. It was like a 20-foot pole we had to slide down. And as soon as our feet hit the ground, cops were all around us that we didn't know, and all their headlights went doom, 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 doom. And they were already ready for us and everything. Got in a police chase. My boy's like yelling through the cop car, just tell them we did graffiti, just tell them we were painting. And you know me, like, I've learned my lesson. Do not talk to cops no matter what. Like, I just like would look at them with this dead stare, like I'm not talking to you, you know? And my boy was like, just fucking tell them you were painting. And they're like, we're gonna ask you one more time, were you painting? And I was like, yeah, like begrudgingly, like fucking, yeah, sure, whatever. And they're like, okay, well you can go then. And I'm like, what? So fucking weird. And they like let us go. And it was it was so crazy. I was like, man, you know, fuck it, like I'm caught, who cares? But no, man, it ended up being cool. I think I'm not a destructive person really. I like to add to the landscape in a beautiful, thought out way. A lot of that is positivity, and when you're like living in a positive light, not that many crazy things happen. I mean, shit happens, but it's just your regular shit that you'd see every day being outside in the city.